Hello again everybody and welcome back to Test Flight in the UH-1 Huey. And I'm continuing my little familiarization flight or check ride mission and essentially learning stuff as I go. And in this episode I'm going to learn more about the navigation system and start to play with some of the I just basically start tinkering with stuff in the cockpit and have a lot of fun doing that. But I'm approaching the airfield and starting to have to worry about fuel as well. So we'll see how things go from here. So let's get back into the cockpit and pick up where we left off last time. Okay, so I'm approaching the Nguri River again and looking around and back up into the mountains up the river. And I'm getting close to the NDB location. I know that it's going to be, it's showing on this map as just to the left of a bridge across the river. So just to the left of a bridge right up here. So I wonder what this will look like. If there's like a... And this is right out in front of me, so that should be... It should be like right out here. I wonder if I can actually see it and see what this thing looks like. I'll pay attention as I fly over it. But the key here is once I'm overhead, this needle is going to swing back around, and as I see that happening, I need to turn to 293, and that will put me directly at Tsukimi, or have me flying from there directly towards Tsukimi. And right now I'm just kind of flying overhead the beacon. I was expecting a different behavior out of the needle. I thought that as I overflew it, that I would get a very pronounced swing of the needle around to the opposite direction. Because the beacon is right out here, so right now I'm flying directly towards it. I don't know, it just doesn't have the behavior I was expecting. That's not to say that it's behaving wrong or badly, it's just not what I was expecting, because I know that I'm at the right location. And I don't think no, there's no way that I overflew it so exactly that it just, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's possible that I'm just looking at the wrong thing, or that the beacon is just at the wrong place on the map. But according to this, I'm still flying directly towards it. Whereas I know that I've already passed it. But then again, at this point, I'm really not sure exactly what's going on. I'm just going to continue on this course and see what happens. Okay, now that's the behavior that I was expecting out of the needle as I flew over. So I don't know. I don't know if the map is wrong or I'm wrong. Either way, I'm heading directly towards the base. So I'm just going to continue on this heading and continue to be puzzled by that. But oh well. So I'll figure something out. Okay, so starting to think about getting back to base and getting back on the ground at Tsukimi. So the base is going to be out there in the distance along the coast, and looking at the procedure to fly, I'm just going to take it straight in, fly along the coast and take it straight into a landing location. I'm going to contact the tower on 12900, and I'll go ahead and get that set up. So 12900, and that's on VHF number 1, VHF AM, or I'm sorry, that'll be position number 3. I'm still a little ways out, and checking on my fuel. I wasted a lot of time back there, kind of puzzled over the NDB. I think that what it came down to was that it wasn't in the position depicted on the map exactly, and that kind of confused me. It wasn't. I don't think it's far off, even if it's off at all. I could have just been off on my estimation of where I was on the ground, but in either case, that is now scoped out, and yeah, that was functioning correctly. I confirmed that. So, fuel state, 2,700 pounds. So, I think I'll make it back. If not, no big deal. I'll find somewhere to put it down. And at the very least, I'll get more of a feel now for range. This to me is a short flight, but apparently in a Huey, at low altitude, not so much. I guess I could climb and see if I could get some better performance. I'm just not sure exactly what, what the ideal cruise speed and cruise altitude is in the Huey, so I'm just going to continue as is. If I run out of gas, I run out of gas. I'm really not that worried about it. Because at this point, I think I've got things figured out to the point where I can take off and land, I can maneuver the aircraft, I can navigate and communicate in the aircraft, and now it's time to really get into weapons employment and get into flying missions. That's the entire point of the flight sim is, not to just fly around, but it's to get into the missions. Unless you just enjoy flying around, sometimes I do. And there is no right or wrong way to do any of this stuff. Okay, so let me just, I wish I had, at some point I'm going to get a map that I have a good legend on. I'll have the right tools in front of me to be able to estimate distances. So I'm past Golly, I'm right here. I'm just not sure exactly how far that is, but let me just, I guess, not really cheat, this is why it's here, but let me come up here and measure. Okay, so I've got 23 miles to go. Perfect. Yeah, no doubt. I can make 23 miles on 2,100 pounds of gas, no sweat. Okay, and I can almost, just not quite close enough to make out the field at this point. I have no nav aids out there at Tsukimi. All I have is the tower frequency, but I'm about 20 miles, so let me go ahead and call inbound ATC. So, let me see. Tsukimi, inbound. Okay, runway 30288 for 22, so that is exactly, that's exactly what I'm flying, like, to the degree. Okay, so let me just breeze around the cockpit and see if I can go ahead and turn some stuff off. I'm done with the ADF. I no longer need this for navigation. I'm going to go ahead and kill it. Okay, so the ADF is off. I no longer need my VHF FM, so it's off. My wingman is still on the ground back at the other base. I'm going to turn my UHF off. I'm just going to leave. And let me see, I can turn off my VHF navigation set as well. Okay, it's off. So the only thing I really have running right now is my radio. And oh yeah, I never did get the radar altimeter up and running on this leg. So radar altimeter on. And yeah, it's still, of course, it's still got my original settings for high and low altitude. Okay, almost can pick out the field. But let me see if there's anything else to be done here. I haven't played with any of the lights or anything like that yet, so... Hey, console lights, let me see how these show up. Okay, that's very cool. I like it. Pedestal... Not sure exactly what that does. Oh, that's just engine instruments. Okay. Oh, that's neat. It's got like the little bulb effect in there. Okay, this, not sure. Cockpit, pilot. Okay, yeah. Very nice. I like that. Just turn everything back down. Okay, there's the pitot heat, dome light. I think there's the white light on the dome. Green light. No, keep that on. It makes things kind of pop out a little bit. Okay, anti-collision light on. Oops. I did not mean to do that. I was trying to hit F2 to go to the external view. Okay, 285, and that's more or less where I'm flying. Okay, anti-collision light. Got it. What else do we have here? We have position lights. Let me get them to flash. Okay. I have, okay, steady. Very nice. And I had intensity, bright and dim. Okay, very cool. I'll leave them on bright, and I will leave them steady with the anti-collision light off. Or, I'm sorry, on for the approach. Cargo, that doesn't seem to be working. Wipers. Whoa, oh, that is neat. Okay, I gotta fly in the rain now just so I can use those. Okay, turn those back off. Okay, and I can have it just do one or the other. Okay. Awesome. Okay, back to off. Let me get it to stow. That must be what the park setting does. Let me do this. Okay, there we go. Okay, getting close. How's my fuel? Fuel's 2,000. Plenty of fuel. Plenty of fuel. Okay, cockpit lighting, wipers, bleed air. Okay, that's cabin heat. And back down to the power. NVG position lights. Okay. So let's see here. Coming around the coast. Okay, yeah, I think I've got the field inside actually right out there. I could be terribly wrong though. So I will take over and I'll get us more or less going on a more direct course. So, okay, my aircraft, I'm just going to bring it around to the left a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to hand it back off. Okay, perfect. And folks, that's going to do it for this edition. I hope you did enjoy it. I'm going to pick up next time and in this phase of the mission by landing the aircraft and going through the shutdown, and then we'll pick up in the next phase of the series with some weapons employment. So, hey, thanks again. I'll see you next time.